Welcome back to reality.
Hello, everybody. As you can tell, first of all, I'm in heaven, based on lighting, and also I'm a little bit sick, but that's okay, because I don't need to be healthy to review these games that already happened, and also, you know, I can't do anything else today, so I might as well just stream ickness. I'm a little bit ick. I've got the robe on, like I'm an ill, you know, middle-aged man in the medieval times, about to die. He's in his deathbed. That's what they wear, okay? I've got the... Oh, you can't see it here. If I turn this off for a second. I've got the roaring night watching over... I'll bring this closer just because I showed this on my server, but I'd like to show this on the stream. This thing that I got at Goodwill. This is me for size comparison. It's pretty big. It's an IKEA frame. You can tell it's got the IKEA label here, but the design I think is custom. I'm not sure because I tried looking it up. I did a Google search of like pronounce this shit, huh? Pietrid. Yeah. And I thought it looked like, you know, it kind of looks like the Roaring Knight from the famous Deltarune character, Roaring Knight. Rory, yeah. So I wanted to hang. They gave it to me. It didn't have a price tag, and they gave it to me at Goodwill. If some of you may know this Goodwill, a Goodwill on Haight Street in San Francisco. Oh yeah, that's where I got it. Oh yeah, that's where I got this. So. Yeah, I don't think anyone in the chat is gonna know where that Goodwill. Obviously, there's like Goodwill. There's only hate on Haight Street. There's no good or will. So they're watching over me, and they're gonna watch over these generational blunders. So I call them generational blunders because if you do not already know, I lost every game of my tournament. I came close to winning one, but I blundered the end, and unfortunately, that happened kind of late in the game. So I've recorded the game, so they had us, write our moves down in notation and all that, and sign them too. So if you want to forge my signature, there you go. They didn't actually have us sign them. I thought we had to sign them, and then I asked the guy, and he said, "Oh no, you don't have to. It's kind of a formality." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. Oh, by the way, I've worked on the UI a little bit. Not the UI, the layout of my stream a little bit. So it should be a lot. It's nice, guys. It's so chessy now. It's like so chess oriented. Fortunately, I can't see my whole screen, so you can't look at what I'm looking at right now. But I'm just gonna click analysis, and we've got the board here. And we're gonna. I don't have any of the PGN saved. Because I haven't. I inputted one of the one of the games already into the chess.com analysis, but I forgot to save it, so I have to do it again. So let's start with game one. Game one from the tournament. So I lost that game. I don't think I need to say that if I lost every game, but game one was. Oh, and let's get some music playing. Was against the highest rated player in the team, and also of all the tournament. So I already thought I was gonna lose, and in fact, let me go to the U.S. Where would it be? I'm going to do this actually on a separate window because it's got my full name on it, which I don't really care about having on stream, but it's got the city I live in and the school I go to, which I do not want public on stream. So I'm just gonna look up real quick. Chess tournament. U.S. Chess Federation. It is on the U.S. Chess Federation, so if you know my name, you can find it, I guess. I don't care that much about. I mean, I just don't want it to be like first-hand accessible on stream. But if you like go stalk me, whatever, you earned it. Entry list. Here we go. I think this won't show if I put it. How do I do it so it doesn't show? It does show the school names. I'll just do this. Yeah. Just do that real quick. I'm gonna add another, I'll create new, it's Chrome 2. Select a window capture, it's this guy right here. That should be fine enough to show. So I am, well, you might see that I'm not even here. I'm all the way down here. I'm unrated. This is my US chess ID. The highest rated player, this guy Angelo, 1960. 1960. I am 800 on Rapid in chess.com. And by the way, check this out. The second guy, real close behind, 1866, also in the other school's team. And the other people in the team, not too bad. I also played against her, 1168. And that was the closest game that I played. So the ratings did kind of tell you approximately the chances of victory. In my case, they were zero kind of the whole time. Not really, but zero most of the time. So yeah, this first game against this player Angelo rated 1960. That's the FIDE rating too. That's not even chess.com. He's probably rated higher rated on chess.com. Started with d4. I was playing white, so I was trying to play the Queen's Gambit. Oh boy, this is a bit laggy. I'm gonna turn off the analysis for a bit because it's gonna make my whole computer really laggy, and then we'll start the analysis at the end. Then we have knight of 6, which I was not expecting. I always see people go d4, but that's fine. Then I go knight of 3. I kind of freaked out in the second move. I freak out and I go knight of 3. I usually just go c4, and going c4 is fine here. It's totally fine. Then we have e6. So we have kind of an Indian game. I'm just reading off what the chess.com thing says. This is the Indian game, so he's probably thinking of putting the bishop over here. And then we have c4, so I finally go c4. Then we have b6, thinking of fianchettoing his bishops, or at least this one. Maybe thinks about fianchettoing this one here. If I can talk. We have e3. Then we have bishop b7. Just getting the bishop on the fianchetto real nice here. This is the Queen's Indian defense, where you're probably thinking of getting everything developed here and castling queenside, which is kind of an aggressive. I would call it an aggressive. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm 700 rated, right? But that's what I would guess. I'm not. This is not educational content. This is delucational content. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Knight c3. I like going here because people usually like to go d5 and then take this pawn, and this knight kind of blockades this pawn. It's free to take after, unless they go b5, in which case they probably go a4, something like that. That's how I usually play it. Then we have bishop e7, just getting everything out of the way. We're getting ready to castle here. Bishop d3 by me, followed by c5. So already here we're opening up the center, and this is where I'm starting to get a little worried. I'm like, well, this is kind of unfamiliar territory here. This bishop has a lot of scope here. I might be able to trade them off, but for now that's not possible because the knight is also controlling that square. So I just keep trying to control the center even more. I've got more control over this square, so I go e4, and then we have c takes on d4. And I respond with knight takes on d4. So already I'm getting my pawns a little separated here. I've got the center control, but he's got opportunities to attack in the center here. This pawn is doing pretty well, but I should probably back it up with b3. Is probably what I should do. Then my opponent goes d6. Sorry, d6, not d5. Let's find out that you have to promote... Oh, you can't see it, but if you do a line wrong, you can just right-click and promote, and it makes it the main line instead of making a sub-line in chess.com. If anyone uses chess.com to analyze their games. So fd6. I wasn't entirely sure. This probably just prepares e5, is my guess. Then we have knight f3 by me, just backing up with the knight. I don't remember exactly. These games happened like 2 weeks ago, and a lot has happened since then. In my life, just in general. I think I'm just preventing the knight, preventing myself from losing a tempo with e5, in case my opponent tries to go for that. And then maybe I could start thinking about putting the bishop over here. That's probably the approach I should have taken. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that. Based on knight d7, just develop the knight. And I forgot to disambiguate, actually. It's knight b to d7, I'm pretty sure. It's not disambiguated in my notes, in my notation. Then we have bishop e3. I just try to keep developing, try to get the strong center here with my pawns. I've got kind of a weakish control on e5 and c5. Actually, I've got basically he's controlling c5 and e5 completely, so I'm also a little watchful of that. But my center control is not too bad as of yet. Actually, if I turn on the analysis now, in fact, I should leave the. We're gonna do a little adjustment to the layout here. Just a quick. I'm gonna put the evaluation bar up. So far, still a dead draw. Everything, it's all a draw. So far, so good. And I'm going to turn it back off just so... The engine does say that this move is an inaccuracy and I should have gone for queen e2. With the queen here is probably just better development. And then castle kingside. Or get the queen on c2. It says, okay, it says queen d2, castles, and then black goes queen c7. So just keep developing. It would have been probably better, but we go for, I went for bishop e3. It's still a draw, kind of, I was doing better before then, though. Okay, if I leave it on, actually, if I change the depth, does it lag me as much? Let's see. We'll just keep it on and we'll have the choppy video, it's fine. So after bishop e3, wait, what the fuck? Upgrade to diamond. Okay, I didn't ask you. Strength. Just keep that. I mean, threads 24. It does use, okay, it does use a lot of CPU power. What if I turn down the threads and just leave some CPU power for me, for my face? I think that should work. Okay. Sorry, I'm stalling. So bishop e3, rook c8. So he just develops his rook. A fine move. And then we have queen to c2. So I'm a little worried about this pawn being undefended at some point. Because, I don't know, it could just be attacked. It says it's the best move, so that's not too bad for me. We have a6. So he starts advancing his pawn. He's preparing b5. Then we have a4. I want to stop b5. It says it's an inaccuracy. I should have just gone h3. That's interesting. I don't know. We're not gonna bother analyzing why. So a6, a4, queen c7, doubling up, real nice. Then we have b3. Just trying to defend this pawn as much as I can. It says it's a fine move. It doesn't like it that much. It still says I should have castled instead. I think I was just fighting ghosts here. Because, yeah, just material-wise, it doesn't make any sense to take this pawn yet. So you don't have to defend it yet. I think I was rushing to defend. And then we have b3. So that's b3 and then castles by both players. And we have knight c5. We have knight c5 here. Thinking of trading off this this bishop here to weaken this pawn a little bit. It's still defended by this pawn, or if the queen moves, this pawn is hanging. But it says it's an inaccuracy and that black should have gone d5. Just try to bust open the center. This knight is pretty weakly defended. You'd be trading off... you'd be losing the knight and trading off the queens if you do that, so that's probably not very good if this file opened up. It says knight c5 is an inaccuracy because I can just go h3, then rook f to d8, and then rook a to c1. Just get everything on this pile. I have to go put one of the rooks on c1 to have this fight on this file. Anyways, didn't catch that. It's a very subtle inaccuracy. It's kind of engine-like. So after knight c5, I go rook d1. And ooh, man, I should have disambiguated, because I don't know which rook went there. So this is where it's tough, because as you can see here on move 14, I wrote it's castles, knight c5, and then rook d1, but which rook moved? I don't know, because I forgot to disambiguate. I mean, if I were in this position and you told me white moved one of the rooks to c1, sorry, to d1. Which one was it? I'd probably tell you it was the F rook. So, I'm just going to assume it's that, and if it's not, if there's a move in the future that doesn't make any sense because the rook was there, I'm going to have to go all the way back and redraw the position. But that's fine. And then we have rook to d8, and I'm pretty sure it's rook f to d8 here from black. And then we have b4. So trying to kick away the knight. And this is, I remember this move took me a pretty long time to think about. Because at this point, I wasn't really sure how to proceed with the game. Because we've got a close center, pretty close center. The rooks are about to face each other off. And I kind of didn't like... I never liked the scope that his bishop had. I felt like kicking away the knight and trading off the bishop would have been okay. But I think I missed the fact that he can just take my pawn, and here he just wins a pawn. Doing this, because I don't have compensation for this, and then my position is pretty bad afterwards. And it does say that it's a big mistake, and you know you can see the bar went down pretty low. So that's a I think this trade is what happens. So knight takes on d3, then queen has to take on d3. And then bishop takes on c3. Sorry, bishop takes on f3. What? Knight takes c3, queen takes c3, bishop takes f3. There's nothing. What the fuck? Did I? Okay, where's? Okay, see, okay, this is a problem. I messed up. I've definitely messed up my notation. The bishop can't. That's impossible. e4. It says I played e4. Move 7. Apparently. What the hell? Bishop. When did this pawn move? Okay. This is where I made a mistake in the notation. But it's kind of okay, because even if the game just proceeds like this, this is like black's only good move. Actually, bishop takes b6 is best. Just kind of take the pawn as compensation, and then you trade off queens. It's a miss. So rook takes on d3 is better. Or sorry, rook takes on d3 would be the next move. So rook to e8 is actually better. Oh, because you leave your rook here. Okay, then we have knight e2. Just attack the queen. Oh, sorry, that's knight d2. Knight e2. Try to open up this file. And then queen takes c3, rook takes c3. And then you have knight takes e4. Okay, so you lose 2 pawns doing this too, which is not ideal. Yeah, actually, this move is even better because you force a trade. Yeah, rook to b3 would be better. Just the rook has to hide and be very inactive. So yeah, that's the line. That's the line that I missed when I played b3 or b4. So that's really what matters. I mean, I just started losing after that. I have some of the rest of the game, but it's gonna be really hard to proceed with, you know, without having the right moves. But I think this is the point where I lost. I mean, if you know you have me like as an 800-ish player versus a 1960 rated player, and you get this much of a disadvantage already, where you're in a position like this. I'm pretty sure I've probably traded off queens here. You probably just, I don't know. I don't remember the other move. This is probably a knight move somewhere later on, like knight takes c3. Yeah, I don't know. Once you get in this position, I mean, there's no way you can recover without your opponent making a mistake that you see, and that didn't happen. At the end of the game, let me save this real quick. Make a new collection, call it tournaments. And I'll add names later to the games and all that. At some point, the position looked a little bit like this. I'm playing white, and I've got, I think, like 2 pawns left, and he's got all these pawns like advancing. They didn't look exactly like this, but just to give you an idea. And I was just, yeah, I mean, do you see the bar too? Like, I'm completely losing here. It's a mate in 17. It was something like this, and I just resigned at some point when the position looked like this. I mean, it was just, there was no way he was going to stalemate. He had a lot of time on the clock too, more than me. So yeah, it was weird that I spent so much time thinking about that move, and I got it wrong. So we can move on to game 2. So game 2 was against a player rated 1168. Much closer to my rating. And at some point there are two moves, two big blunders. Mistakes, blunders, mishaps, whatever you want to call them. That tell you that this was a lower rated game, but it was also a more exciting game because it was actually, it was the bit of a back and forth. So I'm playing black this time, and my opponent starts. I'm gonna flip the board actually if I can, because I want to see it from my perspective. I think it'll be easier for me to remember the position. Can I flip the board? Explore. Well, it'll be harder for me to see the, read off the moves as well if I flip the board. But my opponent plays e4. Actually, if I put in the game info, at least you'll see that I'm not opponent and weatherman. Weatherman. There we go. So now you see the names. E4. I respond with C5. I usually go with the Sicilian. We have D4, and then we have C takes on D4. Queen takes D4. Knight C6. And I wrote this wrong. I know it was Knight C6. Oh no, I wrote this right. I'm reading ahead. And then Queen back to D1. So the Smith-Morra Gambit is on the board. At least it was when White gave a pawn here. And then we have e5. So they would have this position, which I've played a couple times in like rapid games. I don't remember how good I am at this. It's kind of odd because no one, usually if you go, c5, you don't respond with d4 as black. I don't usually see that. But so, that kind of threw me off a little bit. I also thought it was odd that she just went back with the queen. She could have gone to a4 and just try to keep it there for some threats. So it's just what I've also kind of a reverse Scandinavian a little bit. Anyways, we have bishop to d4 by white. What's bishop d4? So this is wrong. It had to have been like c4 and I just like miss. Oh, if I made a mistake in my notation this early, it's kind of bad. We have knight f6. We'll stick with it and see what happens. We have knight c3. I guess it was c4 and I just miswrote it. Knight c3, t6, h3, h6. This is kind of weird that we did this. The engine says it's fine. It's just that it's kind of, they're prophylactic moves, really. But also, like, who does this? This is weird. This is just kind of giving your opponent a tempo. Engine prefers bishop e7 here. Just keep develop. Don't worry about h6. Just keep developing, and then castle, get ahead, because then your opponent needs to spend one more turn getting to castle. Then we do have knight f3. Then we have bishop e6. And I think I missed. Oh no, bishop e6 has to be the white square bishop. And then we have bishop e6. I'm losing track of where I am. Then we have bishop c3. Bishop c3? What the fuck? Bishop e3. I'm sorry, I can't read my own letters. And this. Because this is straight up a blunder. Bishop e3, bishop takes on b3. Okay, because bishop e3, bishop takes on b3. b3 is here, there's nothing here. But it says... We'll fix this later. It says queen takes on b3. But white never played c, the c pawn. White never moved the c pawn. So that doesn't make any sense. I mistyped something. Or I wrote something incorrectly. You look like you just experienced generational trauma. He's locked in. I just subscribed. Give me a shout. Oh, I'm sorry. It should have. Whenever subbed, it should blast my ears with a notification. It's really loud. Thanks for the for the sub. This guy's cool. Yeah, if I look like the robe might tell you that I suffered generational trauma. And the slightly disheveled look. I need to shave. You know. I think my Streamlabs thing is racist. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't. How do I get it? Wait, hang on. I think we can get it to play. I also don't know how to give you a refund, so I think the better alternative is let me turn this off for a second. There's so much empty space now that what? Roaring Night. You know, my fucking dashboard. Use your mom's credit card. Nice. Alert box. No, what if I go to the, does it show up here? It doesn't even, did you just sub or was this from like a little while ago? Maybe it's delayed. Recent events. This guy's cool has subscribed to Prime 1 year ago. Dude, I don't know if it got it. I think it's racist. Yeah, I'm sorry. It didn't show. He just subbed? Dude, wait. This is interesting now cuz what? You see, even my light is freaking out. You see that flicker? Actually, I should probably turn off my light. There's like plenty of natural light. Yeah, you do have the badge. Which is why that's weird. I don't know. I'm sorry, I think my shit is racist. It's, oh, there it is.
I don't know what the fuck all that is. Just let me get that sub.
Thank you for the sub. This guy's cool. For 3 months sub. Wow, now you get a cloud. Wait, they don't... Oh, shoot. I need to update those, because they should match your sub badge. You know, you should have the raindrop now. Okay, I'll fix that later. I don't know why it was so delayed. Yeah. Yeah, that's a sub notification from the stream. Okay, anyways, I fucked up the notation here. So, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing on B3. If I flip the board, B3 is actually G6. Or okay, if you flip the board. Yeah, if you flip the board, you think but there's nothing on G6 either. So what the hell did I... It had to be on the third. I feel like ranks are harder to screw up than files. So it probably was on the third rank. B3 and then bishop B7. So there's a... Huh. The other thing is that I could have skipped a move by accident. He does have the raindrop. Oh, I mean in the alert thing that popped up above my head when it made the sound. It should have matched his sub badge. But they were different. And I didn't intend for that. Anyways, I don't know. At some point, the position, I was losing big time. I'm not going to save this. I'm going to probably do this on my own time, just because if I spend a lot of time trying to figure it out, I don't remember the game from memory either. It's just on the notation, my bad notation. It's just going to take a while if I try to, redo it manually. But the position at some point looked... Can I flip the board? Yes. It looked a little bit like this. So my king was cornered. Here. I had maybe a pawn. My bishop. I think my bishop might have been here, actually. How do you remove a piece? Oh, that clears everything. Okay. and I think a rook here. Actually, I might have had a light square bishop here. Oh no. I don't know. It looks something like this, where how do I move this shit? Dude, this is so fucking impossible to use. How do you set this up? Like, if I placed a piece, can I move it? Oh, I can. I can just remove it. Okay. It looked a little... This is taking so long for explaining something so easy. I think I had something like this. Ignore other pawn. What the fuck? Let me place a piece. And then the king was over here, well protected. Oh my god. Not a pawn, that's a queen. That you have to click off and then, yeah, there you go. It was something like this. Ignore, there were pawns and other stuff like this, but the move looked something like this. Oh, you know what? Fuck, I need to change it again. Oh my... Never mind. I give up. I'm not doing that shit. I was a skewer. I'm trying... This fucking thing is so hard to use. Anyways. Hey, Valentine, how's it going? Good morning. It's a bad morning for me. It's a bad day. It's a bad day for me. I see. The anger. Oh, I gotta show you guys the blunder. This is the game that I was winning and I blundered. So I just try to. I feel like I remember this position a little better than the other one, where I got a skewer. It was like it was a bishop. There was a bishop. The queen was here. There was a rook here, and I was able to place my bishop here, and my bishop was defended, and she blundered the rook. Basically, she had to move the queen back, and I took the rook that was here. If you can imagine all those pieces that were there. That actually hurt my hand is red from hitting the table. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've raged like that on stream, and I'm not even playing anything. Sipping some root beer. You know what? I'm gonna join you. Not with root beer, but I got some thup. I got some thup right now. Not sponsored. Always sponsor me though. Always sponsor me. I am not a brand risk. Trust me. I could never be a brand risk. Can we cue that clip where I talk about a fountain of cum on one of my streams? Anyways. Yeah. Zero sugar, by the way. Zero sugar. Shirley Temple flavored. Because I am on a weight loss journey. Sorry, that's Nicocado avocado. Okay. Okay, the third game is gonna be very... Oh, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to, do, the position where I lost. So, white... So, in the end game, it looked a little bit like this. The pawns were not the same. It looked a little bit like this, where, actually, they might have been farther back. White had more pawns. I think white was 2 or 3 pawns up. I had a separated pawn over here, and the king was getting chased by a knight. I need to set it up so that the move works. So the king is here, and then the rook is here. So I am completely winning in this position. I am up just, and it's black to move. You might have seen that when the rook wasn't here, white is completely winning, right? That might give you a clue as to what happened, because it's exactly what you might think it is. Nice pawns, thank you. Oh, you're trying to learn how to speedrun Minecraft. Well, that reminds me of those days when I tried to speedrun Minecraft, and I think I only did it once, and I'm like, this is too hard. Black to move. Black is completely winning. You probably do something like go back to, let the king get chased a little bit, but move the rook away to like g4 or something, g8, and then just eat the pawns in the back. But in this position, I played something like this. In the heat of the moment, I missed a fork with the knight. Dionystra, thank you for following. Is it Dionystra? I never know how to pronounce that. And I've seen it, I see it all the time on Discord. Sorry, I don't know you actually. I don't know you at all. I don't know you. I've never met you before. I blundered the knight. And when I made this move here with the rook, I heard sighs in the room. Just in the, you know, in the place where we were playing the game, because just, you don't miss something like this on the tournament, man. And you take, and then she was completely winning. I kept the game going just to, like, try to stalemate. Actually, why would you go here? To try to stalemate the game, but then she had way more pawns. She just had to get the king in the game, and that's it. You got a bone to pick with me. I think I know what this is about. Because you texted me, right? You texted me the exact same thing. I'm gonna put my phone here. Oh, you can't see it, but if I put my phone somewhere visible, you'd be able to see it whenever I get a text. Anyway, so that was the blunder from game 2. Completely winning. If I walked away from that tournament with just one win, I would have been very happy. But, you know, instead I got disappointment. I got the Cillian Murphy. Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing. I finally gave me the Cillian Murphy, and I look like a picky fucking blinder, yeah? Okay. Let's move on finally to game 3. This is a game where I fucked up the notation so bad that I'm actually not even going to review it. I lost this game. I believe this game ended... It also ended in a king and pawn endgame, where it was a matter of time before I lost. My opponent was not gonna lose. So game 4, this is the one. This is one I already inputted into chess.com analysis, but I did not save it because I forgot. And it has one mistake in the notation, but I know what the mistake is, so I'll be able to catch it when it comes up. Looks good. Thank you. I am actually happy with the... I might have a picture of from the day I cut my hair. It's a funny picture. Actually, I'm not sure. This is a little... It's a little off kilter from what I show on stream. I'm actually questioning whether I should even... Yeah, you know what? It's not even a good picture, because it doesn't really show the haircut. It's me straight out of the shower. I haven't changed, and it's just my face with the haircut from the day I cut my hair, but it doesn't really show. So if you want to see, let's say 5 million channel points. I'll show the picture. 5 million channel points. I'll show that picture of me fresh out of the shower. If Twitch viewers, what's the average age of my Twitch audience? It's like 16. Yeah, let's have that. It's probably not these days, because I don't play Geometry Dash anymore, but it was at some point. Anyways, game 4. We start with d4, and I'm playing white in this game. So we have Weatherman, and black was an Asian guy, which was already not a good start. It's not a favorable start for me to be playing. His name was. Should I say his name was Landon? I'll say his name was Landon. He's probably Asian too. He's probably a Asian guy. There's a rule in life that goes: if you're good at something, no matter what it is, there's always an Asian kid who's better than you at it. And this is very true for chess as well. So, d4. We have knight f6. So we have the Indian game again. Oh, by the way, game 3 was a Karo Khan. For those of you that like the Karo Khan, it was a Karo Khan and I lost. But I'm pretty sure I lost just because my opponent was way better. I'm Asian. True facts. I'll drink to that. 7-Up. Okay. The Indian game. Indian game throws me off because I don't know how to play against it. No one ever goes knight f6. Even though I've played it once or twice just because I'm tired of playing like the Sicilian. That's not the Sicilian. Yeah, against d4 I usually just play d5. I just play at d5. But I was like, okay, knight f3 is probably good. Then we have e6. And then we have a3. This is because these first 3 moves are the exact same from my first game, where I went c4 and I lost. So I'm like, okay, maybe I play a different game, I'll win. Voting you most Filipino and white, okay, fair. Was there a most white in that survey you made? We'll find out. We'll find out. Maybe it was a secret question. I might have missed a bonus question. Anyways, a3. This is kind of an odd move. The engine is not a big fan. I don't think anyone would be a big fan. It's like prophylactic because it prevents bishop b4. It probably takes him out of theory a little bit because he's probably used to people playing c4. I would guess that I don't know, moving the bishop is a popular move too at this point. Maybe e5. Try to gambit the pawn. I don't know what people play here. Not yet? Okay. Actually, this would be a terrible move, but it's probably e3 is probably a popular move. Anyways, in response to this, b6. Also, again, trying to fianchetto the bishop. We have g3. I also try to counter fianchetto here. Engine is still not a big fan of this. Engine is like, what the fuck are you doing? You're trying to pretend you know how to play chess. Bishop b7, bishop g2. Both bishops are fianchettoed. Then we have c5. This is also already going pretty similar to that first game where this c5, this bishop has a lot of scope. But I have the counter bishop, the counter fianchetto here, so I felt a little bit better about it. I'm like, okay, I could probably play this. And then I just castle in response. This pawn is defended just fine. If I take with the knight, this bishop is defended, and we just have a king that's kind of deeper in his castle. So then we have bishop e7, just trying to develop and trying to castle here. Knight c3, and then castles. So it says knight c3 is an inaccuracy, probably because there's just d takes c5. Which is not what happened after. We have rook to e1 here. Which says is a fine move. Engine really wants d5 here. Or, it wanted me to go d takes on c5. Then we have, let's see, rook e1, then we have d5. d5. Did I mean to say d6? d5. Oh no, sorry, black goes down. That's black. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, look. I'm not normally like this, okay? d5. Black goes d5, then white goes bishop g5. Just trying to get some action here. Just trying to either open up this diagonal a little bit here. Try to get the knight. Trying to make him choose where to put the knight. And then in response, he just goes h6. And I just go knight. Bishop takes f6. And then bishop takes f6. D takes c5. B takes c5. And then e3. So we have some exchanges on the board. I'm just trying to stop d4. And at this point, it says this is a mistake. I should have gone e4 and try to keep the trades going, it says. Because I'm guessing because I have a rook here, at the end of those trades I would have my rook much more active. Maybe find a way to get rid of this pawn, maybe go b4 at some point. We can review the line, actually. Get to this point here. So we have e4, d takes e4. Knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, and then rook takes e4. That's okay, that was my guess. Okay, that does give away this pawn. But then you trade queens, and then you kick away the bishop. And then the bishop goes back to f6. So this is the line. This is, for white, it's not a bad position. The rook is very inactive here. The rooks are already ready to double up maybe on the e-file. Try to get some action. Probably move this rook off. Actually, yeah, probably move. Try to trade here, probably. Move the rook away. That wouldn't work. Black would do something different. But I think the next one would be, yeah, it says knight to e1 is the next move. So, okay. So that's probably something I should have gone for. I go for e3 instead, which allows knight to d7. That's what the engine likes. But my opponent instead, I'm pretty sure they didn't go d7, knight. What move is this? 12. They go queen to b6. Targeting the pawn kind of makes sense, but it says it's an inaccuracy because white can just go b1 and white is doing fine. However, this is the first game. Bro's goon maxing. You already know it all the time. I'll drink to that. For some reason, I don't know why. I still this is one of those moments where I question why the hell did I do this. B1 is the move you have to play next. If you move up here, you trade, and you still lose the pawn, you can't do that. So you have to defend it, and the way you defend it is you don't move the queen away. You lose a lot of control here. That just weakens your position. Your queen and your rook are very inactive now. So you just go rook b1. Instead, I respond. I'm just trying to look. Yeah, that's what I did. I go rook a2. Why? Why the fuck? What? You're just freezing the pawns in place. What the fuck was... I don't know why that... It's not Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's got too much... there's Diet Dr. Pepper. But I'm going for the zero sugar because I'm on a weight loss journey. Brace. Okay, sorry. That was engaging my inner lock-in. Nikocado, avocado, lock-in. Go rook a1, which the engine very much doesn't like. And I don't like it either. Once I moved... I think in the moment I was like, this move is okay, and I just want to throw him off a little bit. I want to throw him for a loop, see what he does. But I think in general, long term, well, you'll see what happened. Because it was pretty bad. Rook a2, we just have knight to d7. Just keep developing your pieces. And it's the best move, the top move recommended by the engine. We have e4. Just, it's still played e4 eventually. And this loses a pawn. Because... I'm sorry, I'm trying to... No, this does not lose a pawn. Actually, yes, it does. So one thing you can do is you take the pawn, knight takes, or you move the knight away. But then if you move the knight, if you take with the knight, this pawn is hanging. And you also can't... that's what black would do. You can't take with the bishop because the rook is defending. You'd be down a bishop. So you just take with this pawn. Or take the pawn with this bishop. It's bad. It's just that was not the time to do it at that point. So we have e4, then we have d4. Oh, actually, the mistake in my notation is somewhere around here. Okay, it comes later. It does come later. I think I know what it is. Then we have d4, just kicking away the knight, gaining a tempo, and just pressuring my position a lot. I mean, it's just I'm already not liking my position as white here. D4. Sorry, I keep losing myself. Knight to a4, trying to kick away the queen, make her do something. Then we have queen to c6. Just move away. This pawn is doing fine now. Maybe try to get the rook back in place is a goal at this point. And then we have c3, trying to prepare b4 just to get some clash action on the on this side, just to free up my pieces a little bit. Then we okay, c3. Then we just have e5, just strengthening your center. It's a fine move. Engine prefers b3, or sorry, engine prefers d takes on c3, because the b pawn takes, and then you just have a bishop here. That is not the line. D takes c3, b takes c3, and then you could just continue. I guess this is better. Sorry, I was making assumptions. It's not what it looks like. When was this tournament? It was 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 3 weeks ago. Wow, this is a while ago. It was November 1st. I believe. Yeah, that was a Saturday. Yeah, so November 1st. So, yeah, these moves happened a while ago. E5, which is fine. Just strengthen your center again. Then we have b4. This is the move I intended to play, just to like get some clear out this side a little bit, the queen side. It's a late post-mortem. Yeah, that's because after the tournament, it was on a Saturday, and on Sunday I was hungover. No relation. Actually, it's very related. I was hungover, and then I had school, and then I was out of town, and then I got back in town like last week, and I was busy at school all day. So this is kind of the first chance I've gotten to not all day, all week, and the first chance I've gotten to review the games. We have b4, and my opponent just goes. My opponent goes c takes b4. Just take the c pawn, and I take back. This is another move I question. So I took with the c pawn. Why? Take with the a pawn. Open up the fucking. I was not treating my rook well at all this game. I do not know why I chose to take with the c pawn. Because if you take with the a pawn, this pawn is just in the way. This pawn is not defended by anything apart from the rook, and the rook just wants to move away. The rook just wants to be free from the task of trying to defend this pawn. This knight is defended for now, so the knight can just move later. I think my fear was that if I went a takes, he just goes d takes on c3, and then this pawn is really close to promoting, and I'd have to sacrifice something just to, because it's defended by the queen. But regardless, I took with the c pawn. I guess it's not that bad of a choice. But it could have. I think I should have just gone. Like, it makes more sense just to go a takes on b4. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, a takes makes more sense. C takes is what I did. You're still reviewing even in a... Yeah, I did want to review. I mean, it was part of like the series I did because I trained for the tournament on stream, so I thought it would be, you know, it'd be fitting that I review the games. If I won a game, I'd have been really ecstatic and be like, guys, look at my fucking victory. But it wasn't like that. Anyways. After c takes on b4 by white, we just have a simple rook c8. Get this nice battery. And I believe that was rook a to c8. Again, I forgot to disambiguate in my notation, so it could have been rook f goes to c8. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, both of us would agree. Both players in this situation would agree that probably rook a to c8 is what makes more sense. Just get the rook in the game. This pawn doesn't need to worry about much right now. It can just move to a6 if it needs to be defended. A win would change everything. That's true. You could say that again. So, after rook to c8, we have queen to b3 by white. At this point, I don't know what I'm trying to do. What's the purpose of this move? I mean, it's the engine says this move is fine. Bishop h3 would have been better. Just get the bishop. What the fuck? Bishop h3. How? What? How do you move the bishop to h3? Bishop h3. Oh my fucking god, this is not the h... Guys, I'm not normally like this. I'm not... I'm sick, that's my excuse, okay? I think I just kind of wanted to keep the bishop here just because it's aligned with this. You know, it'd be nice to keep it there. I don't know. Don't ask me to remember that far back. So we have queen b3, then bishop to a6. Just trying to, you know, get some action here. Bishop's not doing much here. Then we have... let's see, bishop a6, then we have bishop f1. I offered the trade, he takes the trade, and then I take with the rook. I mean, keep the rook in the game, dude. Take with the queen. I mean, take it with the king. I'm sorry, just take with the king. The king is fine. He's not gonna die if he moves a little bit. Like you have this, you have a check here. You could just move the king away. Like the check does nothing. It kind of gives you a tempo almost. Regardless. Actually, even if you check here, knight here, you could check here, and it's the same situation. It doesn't really do anything. By hungry, I would have just eaten my opponent's pieces. I kind of wish I could eat my opponent's pieces and just give myself an advantage. I'm not tired. I'm very tired. I'm a little tired. I'm mostly sick. Sick of these blunders. I don't know. That was also an odd move. The engine really doesn't like it. This is -2. Because now there's queen takes on e4. You just remove the defender. That was just straight up a blunder. He's just lost a pawn with tempo because now the knight is undefended. It was blocked by the pawn. Now it's undefended completely. You have to move it away. So just go knight d2. Try to kick away the queen. And then we have queen f5. The queen just stays in position here, threatening all sorts of nasty, you know, maybe get it here and then just get the rooks in the game. Go for checkmate. After queen to f5, we have queen f3. Offer the trade. He... queen f5, queen f3, queen takes f3. So he accepts the trade. Take back with the knight, and we have d4. What's written here as d4 is actually e4. So that's the mistake in my notation I made. Remarkably, the only mistake I made in my notation. So that's not bad. You know, I'm making progress in how to notate. And then at this point, I feel like I kind of gave up because I go knight d2. And he could even just choose to kick away the knight, but that kind of isolates his pawn and makes it a target. So instead he goes rook to e8, and I believe it was this rook. If you know, it's not disambiguated in my notation. It's also the only move that does not lose, or the only move that works here. Just going by chess.com saying it's a great move. It's the only move that keeps you advantage. Alright. See you later, Dionystrah. Did you say how it's pronounced? No. Yeah, see you later, person I don't know. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, rook f to e8. Then we have rook d1. Trying to target this pawn later when it's not defended, even though it's defended. I think that's what I saw on the surface, but then it's like, oh no, the bishop is still defending that pawn. Classic mistake. Something I would do. Then we have e3, just pushing forward, which the engine says is an inaccuracy. Because I just go f takes on e3, which is what I did, and then d takes on e3. Engine preferred rook takes, but we have d takes. And the engine, not a big fan of this because I can just go f3. But in this position, this is where it got weird because I just went knight to e4. So those of you learning chess, I hope you're not watching my stream for educational reasons. But if you're learning chess, this is a good moment to learn what is wrong with this position. This is black to move and win the game, basically. What is the move? Is it perhaps bishop to d4 to try to align the king with the bishop? Or perhaps is it knight to e5 just to get the knight to be more active and threaten all sorts of checks? Or is it perhaps just take the fucking knight that white hung? Maybe that's the move. Yeah, maybe that's the move that you're supposed to make. So rook takes on e4, then rook takes on d7. It was kind of a trade. Okay, wait, no, it was not a blunder. It was a trade, guys. All part of the plan. Except this trade gives white a way better position because now the rook is behind the passed pawn. And that's completely winning for black. So we have, let's see, rook takes c7, then we just have e2. And then there's nothing you can do here. You have to give up the rook to stop black from promoting. So then you have rook takes on e2, rook takes on e2, king to f1, just trying to kick away the rook, do something. And then just rook takes on h2. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this game is not worth saving. I'm just going to let him checkmate me, so I just played rook takes on a7. And at this, in this position, black, over the table. Imagine I'm grabbing the rook. He slowly slid the rook while looking at me. He made eye contact with me, looking at the rook, and played rook c1 checkmate. Very disrespectful. That was probably my least favorite moment of like I know it's fucking checkmate. Like, as he was moving the rook to c1, I already put my hand out to resign or to acknowledge a checkmate. But he's still like slowly, like imagine just like that. I felt really disrespected. Fuck that guy. I'm never playing chess against another Asian man in my life. I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. But yeah. That's the only game that I have complete notation for. Really, the big mistake was... well, let's put it under the review here. We can check where the big mistake happened. It was kind of a steady fall. But I think the big mistake here is going for this trade. Because this is just it's just too strong. So yeah. That's the game. That was the last game, and that was my fourth loss in that tournament. You know, didn't go my way, but I've learned a bit. And, you know, I had fun playing. I had fun playing the tournament, regardless of if I won any games, which is, like, it's hard for me to say that, because when you play any type of game, obviously the most fun is to win, right? But sometimes you're just there for the experience. It was kind of cool to be there, and it was a nice vibe. It was an interesting vibe. You know, some team bonding. Sorry, this chair is very squeaky. I'm not a big fan. Oh, I feel a nosebleed coming. No, there's no nosebleed. We're safe. But it might come. I'm gonna come. Anyways, it was nice to be at the tournament. I had fun. You know, it says that I played like a 1700. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Okay, how do I save this game now? Let's see. Save. Did you save it? Where'd you save it? Saved analysis? No, that's just, yeah, okay. I guess it's saved. Okay. I'm gonna assume it's saved. I'll do my correspondence games just cause why not? Let's do it on stream. Castles. I could probably just go knight f6, is that fine? No. What did I play before? I probably remember my idea if I just go back. I'm trying to play some sort of dragon structure here. You know, the dragon usually play this, but I think the opponent has e4 at that point. Well, if they play e4, actually, I can just go knight d5 and then trade. No, that doesn't work either. Could go h5. It's kind of risky, but it might work. Could also opt for kicking out the bishop now. Making him choose. He could sacrifice it just to stop me from castling. But then just knight f6 still kind of works. I can always give the bishop back. Get the rook out. It's gonna be a weird game. Or just block. Yeah, it doesn't really work either. I'll kick the bishop out now. I just don't like the bishop being there. Okay. I might play something other than chess today as well, by the way. Haven't decided what, but I feel like streaming. Just play E3 here. It's simple enough. We have the Rui Lopez. The old Steinitz defense. I can't say I know that one. I might just castle. Getting the early castle, not too bad. I can't help myself though. I do want to play one. Oh, let's play one Blitz game. I want to try out the new UI. You know, the new stream layout. I want to see it in action. We'll go for Sassoon. It's been a little while since I've played a Blitz game, and my current state of health. Forget about it, man. I want to go C4, but I might actually do this first. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Yeah, keep the queen here for now, just to defend the knight. Once the knight gets attacked more, then I'm gonna have to defend it. I'm not even sure I want to castle king. I'm gonna castle kingside here. So once we go for this trade here, that's fine with me. Just put the rook on the b file. Target this pawn here. Double defend. I think I've got time to not defend. Or no, that doesn't work. Rook b1 first, and then I can go b5 or something. Okay, interesting. I feel like there's just one move here. He wants to maybe trade that as well. Take with the queen? I'm gonna take with the queen. See, I mean, I feel like I shouldn't defend the pawn with a king. Feels way too risky, but this is covered. What can he do with the knight and the queen? Knight can't do all that much. I think it's fine to do this for now. Then get the rook over here. I think he messed up his strategy now. My king is safe again. Just to go, what's the idea? There's not much the knight can do from there. Should defend this pawn. Could do that by just moving away the bishop, but where should it go? I think it should just go here. This is better. Accept the trade. Comes with check. King moves. His rook can't come in the game yet. I think this is fine. I just need to watch my time. This is not a rapid game, I keep forgetting. I think I'm doing fine here. I might trade queens and I'm doing fine. Why don't we do that now? Yeah, he doesn't like trading. I don't know if that was great for him. I just have a strong pawn structure now. Just attack this pawn. And I've got control of this now. Could think about doing all sorts of nasty again. Okay, he missed that. Can't move the queen now either. Could even trade queens. Okay, that doesn't work anymore. I'm just gonna go back. Actually, that's pretty bad if we could trade here and it's just a queen endgame. Oh, this threatens coming here too. Yeah, he probably didn't like that I had that, but I still can attack. Oh, it's checkmate. I didn't even realize that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the rook. Wow. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. I was down on the clock, and I think if I was not paying attention to the clock, I would have lost on time just because I'm more used to the amount of time I have for rapid games. Yeah. Let's just check. How did I play? Did I play okay there? 80, dude, I'll take it. I'll take 84%. So that's a blunder. Because why? Show follow-up. No, show me, why is this a blunder? I don't see it. And they played the right move. Why is there a bishop and a knight? What the fuck is this? Dude. Why would I let him do that? I mean, he can defend the... Oh! He missed this. Yeah. He missed the skewer. And then I just give up the rook. Just go back. Could I have done that immediately, though? Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he totally missed that. Yeah, it just loses a bishop. So, if you don't fall for the skewer, you just lose a bishop, and your rook is kind of... I have to move the rook back. Yeah, okay. And then he just... I mean, there's no worse blunder than checkmate. Blundering checkmate is can't recover from that one. He would have... Even if this wasn't checkmate somehow, he loses a queen. He totally missed that. Okay. I want to play another game. I don't want to play chess that much today. This was just for the tournament review. Dude, what do I play? What do I even play anymore? Hop on TF2? Oh, dude, I don't even have it downloaded. Pretty sure. I don't know how to play. I've never played it. TF2. I did have... Okay, another order of business is I did not finish fighting Spampton. I do have it downloaded, actually. But I don't... Hop on Val. Actually, I'm down for Val. I'm actually down for Val. That sounds like... dude, I was having a nice day and I want it to be bad. So let's do it. I think I have to update it, though, because I haven't played in months. Almost a year, probably. No, not a year, but many months. So it'll be a little while before I can play, but this should be fun. Ugh. Val, yep. Got 3 out of 8 parts for your PC. Whoa. I love Val. Everybody loves Valorant, obviously. Okay, let's rename the stream. Ruining my day with Val. Heart emoji. And let's change the category. I'm not even signed in to Riot Games. Oh no. Valorant. Your stream is cutting out too. It's probably the update. It might be. Oh, it's really bad. It probably is. It probably is the update. Is it terrible? Can you hear anything I'm saying? Because I can show you. It certainly it certainly is. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have... Whoa. Let me point the camera up a little bit. It'll just be me. We'll play some music. I'm gonna find some good music. Let's switch the... Oh yeah, that is my face. Let's see. Please wait while game update. Thank you. Okay. That'll be there. Hello, Ash Ketchum 19. Welcome. You're about to see the most epic gaming of all time. If you're here for chess, I'm sorry, I just finished playing chess.